Hi, my name is Lurdes. So I'm just going to read a quote real fast. Everybody does it anyway, so why not make it legal? This is a statement said by high school and college kids who drink on a regular basis. The debate started in the 1970s and is heating up again. At what age is an average person sufficiently responsible and trustworthy to drink safely? Should states be able to lower the drinking age to 18? Various legislators and organizations are voicing strong opinions on both sides. And I'm here to speak on behalf of those who oppose lowering the drinking age to 18. My main claim is that lowering the drinking age to 18 will only bring negative effects to our society. Tonight, I will be discussing how 18-year-olds are not mature enough to make the right choices when alcohol is involved. I will also explain the effects of alcohol abuse at an early age. And lastly, I will be describing the many benefits of keeping the drinking age at 21 by providing you with some statistics. Okay, let me start off with my first supporting claim, which describes how 18-year-olds are now mature enough to make the right choices. According to Association MAD, which stands for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, each year drinking by college students ages 18 to 24 contributes to an estimated 1,700 deaths, almost 600,000 injuries, 700,000 assaults, of which 90,000 are sexual attacks, and 474,000 people are engaged in unprotected sex. Drinking distorts your judgment, which means that you are more likely to engage in regrettable sexual intercourse. In addition to this, you are also increasing your risk of contracting STDs, including HIV. This leads me to the next part of my claim, which continues to describe the dangers of underage drinking. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, in 2005, there were more than 145,000 emergency room visits by youth between the ages of 12 and 20. These were caused by injuries of other conditions linked to alcohol. Professor David J. Hansen from the Sociology Department at the University of New York said that young people are overrepresented in driving accidents involving alcohol. In the recent year, people aged 16 to 24 were involved in 28% of all alcohol-related driving accidents, although they only make up 14% of the U.S. population. Dangers of underage drinking is not only involved in assaults or driving accidents. It also affects your health and lifestyle in various ways, as I will be explaining in the following claim. Some of these problems may include high absences at school, poor or failing grades, social problems such as fighting or lack of participation in youth activities, legal problems such as getting arrested for driving under the influence, physically hurting somebody while drunk, or physical problems such as hangovers or illnesses, unwanted, unplanned, and unprotected sexual activity, disruption of normal growth, higher risk of suicide, homicide, unintentional injuries such as burns, falls, drowning, memory problems, abuse of other drugs, changes in the brain development that may have lifelong effects, and death by alcohol poisoning. Today, I will only focus on how drinking causes irreversible brain damage, impairs the functioning of the immune system, affects the circulatory system, as well as your love life. Okay, let me begin by describing how alcohol affects the brain. This includes the acute effects of intoxication, short-term effects which only last 72 hours, and long-term effects which are from 1 to more years of heavy use. With long-term, alcohol may damage the connection between the cells and cause irreversible brain damage, including memory loss and personality changes. Alcohol also impairs the functioning of the immune system by weakening the body's ability to fight off diseases. In the short term, this means that you will be experiencing more colds. Some acute effects of the circulatory system include decreased blood pressure, pulse, and respiration. Long-term use of alcohol can cause chronic high blood pressure, decay in the heart muscle, and other heart diseases. Alcohol can also have a destructive effect on your love life. While heavy drink might increase anxiety about sexual activity, larger doses with a BCA of higher than 0.06 will lead to loss of sensation, inability to reach orgasms, and temporary impotence. I have just described the terrible effects of alcohol on the body, and this brings me to my next claim, which will explain why the legal drinking age should be kept at 21. Teenagers beginning to consume alcohol before the age of 21 are 5 times more likely to be dependent on alcohol or have substance abuse problems in the future. Alcohol abuse is defined as a pattern of drinking that results in harm to one's health, interpersonal relationships, or ability to work. Manifestations of alcohol abuse include failure to perform major responsibilities at work, at home, or at school, drinking in dangers such as driving, drinking, operating machines, or also just continuing to drink while you're having problems with your relationship partner. Long-term alcohol abuse can turn into alcohol dependence. Dependency on alcohol, also known as alcohol addiction or alcoholism, is a chronic disease. Some of the signs might include a strong craving for alcohol, the inability to limit drinking, physical illnesses, and the need to increase the amount of alcohol that is drank. 21 of the legal drinking age will benefit all of us because teens that under that age are not able to consume alcohol at clubs or buy it at liquors, which makes it hard for them to drink it in public, and therefore they will be avoiding many problems I have just listed. I have just told you some of the statistics about the dangers of alcohol, the effects it has on people, and if they begin drinking at an early age. I have given you the answers as why to not lower the drinking age. And I hope that you have learned some things and perhaps changed the way that you view drinking and why we should not lower the drinking age to endanger the youth of America. Thank you.
All right, I thought the opening was pretty effective at setting up the controversy. You state your position clearly. The phrasing on the proposition is a little awkward, but the main points were very clearly set up, and so the structure should be easy to follow. I didn't think, however, that the internal signposting was as clear as it should be, and as a consequence, material started running together. I frequently got what appeared to be long lists of all the negative effects of alcohol consumption, and I'm not sure what distinguished one set of lists from another set of lists and how you're building an argument at that particular point. So that's a little bit problematic. I thought on the first point that you were a little bit better about citing your sources and that you were less consistent about that on the supporting structure that came after that. The biggest problem that I have with the argument is that there's not much demonstration that any of the impacts of alcohol that you're showing or talking about are linked to the age of consumption or to the legal age of consumption at this point. And that's where the crux of the causality is. Nobody doubts that alcohol consumption is going to have a myriad of problems. The question is, does the age limit prevent some of those problems or at least reduce them substantially? Your first question that you use as your attention device identifies what the issue is. In other words, if people are going to drink anyway, then why not just reduce the drinking age or make it legal? What you need to show is that people can't drink anyway, or they don't drink as much anyway, or they're less likely to drink as much, or they're less likely to encounter some of these examples because of the prohibitions. And I didn't think that that part of the argument was as strong as it could be. It sounded, especially on the second and third sections, like, again, the laundry list of problems that are coming up, and when you start delivering it, you just get into this kind of robotic reading of those lists, and I think you lose a lot of your credibility as an advocate. Instead of building the argument by talking to the audience, you're just kind of reading at them, and so you want to work on that. All right, thank you.